So in today's video, we're going to be going over some of my favorite instruments and my favorite effects, mostly effects for this video. It's things that I use in my productions every single day to just make my beats just that much more unique. All right, so I got this experimental, I guess I had an Osama type beat in mind, but here's the beats and here's it with all the plugins. So first effect plugin I'm using is this movement by Output. This is just like a panning, distortion, it's got filters, all that stuff. It's really hard to make presets in this. The UI is not that good and not that friendly to beginners. I do not have a preset pack out for this thing yet. It hasn't really caught on in the producer community, I don't think. I see a lot of EDM producers use it, and this would put me on to this, but I think it's a very underrated plugin, probably my most underrated plugin on today's list. I mean, as you can see, this is all the way wet. Here we go. The inspiration is endless, and I just put this on this pluck and it gave it so much space. Just adds that much more to this beat. And then on this other Serum lead, I added this new preset, or this new effect plugin called Matter by Prototype Audio. A lot of people have been using this as well. I think it got a lot of hype because of the interface. The interface is really beautiful and it's really interesting. I have been using it quite often, but I think that there's better options for granular effects. This one for the price is great. If you want to just dive into granular effects here and there and to kind of see what it does, and you want something that's going to be very user friendly, this is it. You could change like these little step patterns right here. You can change the pitch and the offset. So here is that sound with Matter on. Now it adds like a little bit of grit as well. So when I turn this off, you can hear what it does. If I turn this more than 15%, you can go up and down. Like, that sounds cool. Like, that can be cool in the mix, but yeah, it's very cool. Like I said, it's a beautiful plugin. It looks really good and it's really easy to use. You can, I mean, there's not too many presets in this as well, so that kind of sucks, but it's like, it's just a granular effect plugin. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit better option, more expensive option, but still, this is still a great plugin. I think it's like 10 bucks, something like that. So you can't really go wrong, but it does add tons of character to what you want to do. I wanted to add a brass, and this is a augmented brass by Arturia. Insanely underrated instrument library. Absolutely incredible. It is expensive as hell, but it's worth it. It's got synthesis mixed with brass keys. And it's just beautiful. It's something to add to your guys's to add to anybody's plugin library, especially because I feel like brass instruments are starting to make a comeback because of all the Glow stuff, the new Glow, the Ken Carson stuff, 808 Mafia stuff. It's all coming back. And then lastly, another instrument I've been using a ton is Exhale by Output. Again, a lot of Output stuff on today's video. Output is just, they're just crushing it. This little one shot. You could do delay, you could do this more tab, rhythm. They have one shots, leads, they have loops as well in this plugin. If you guys do not have the output bundle, it is an instant buy. I know we just passed Black Friday, but I would still buy these at full price, and I didn't, but yeah, they're a great buy. I've been throwing on my hi-hats. This one may be simple, real simple, but Portal, I love Portal. This one comes from my Sonar multi-kit. It is absolutely free. Link in the description down below. What other music production YouTube channels give you guys free Portal packs that I put, you know, months into? Same thing with all these right here. You see Sonar, Grounded, Galaxy. Even got a Dystopia one coming, or that just for guitar sounds. And I'm gonna do a Beyond Hats, straight hi-hats, Portal Bank. And yeah, I've just been throwing this on pretty much every single beat. This is what it adds to it as I turn it on. Obviously all the way up is too much, but that 8 to 10%. Especially if you just want to add like some different bounce to your drums. Like this year in 2025, my sound is just going to get even more and more experimental. I'm just really tired of just these basic beats. And then another one that I throw on almost every single synth bass ever is Thermal right here. I have my own preset bank. Hellbreaker right here. Go get that if you have not got that, or if you're a fan of Output Portal. An amazing distortion, creative distortion. As you can tell, you can just warp LFOs, bitrate. It has absolutely everything in this, and it's just fully customizable. The interface is really beginner friendly. So this is what this sub bass sounded like before. And with. And with those extra harmonics, it's really gonna give it some teeth and make it poke out through the mix. And I like to keep my sub like really low on, like, as far as mixing, and that's what it sounds like all together. And then when we hopped into this lead right here, I always like to spice up my leads, and this has been a plugin I've been absolutely killing. This is my Vertigo bank. It took me so long to make this looperator bank, but looperator in 2024 going into 2025 is still an incredible plugin. I do love Effectrix as well. Both of those plugins are really easy to use, and that's the thing with production. I just want a preset that I can just go in, throw it on, and I know it's going to sound good on a loop, especially if you're making these experimental underground type beats for Asama-san, Kent Carson, etc., and everything in between. I don't want to just label it down to those artists, but it is towards this new style production. And here we go. Here's With It. And looperator is just so goated because it's like it'll learn your MIDI right there off of the 1/8. I mean, you could speed this up, slow this down. Half. I mean, it just makes it so easy, and that's the thing. It's like if a plugin does not make me feel inspired quick, or give me the solution to my problem within a couple seconds even, I'm just kind of off the plugin. And then the third reason why all these plugins are on today's list is because I want to be fully creative. I want to go in and see how these presets work, and then I want to go in and make my own presets. Can I make my own presets? Is the UI friendly enough for that? A beginner can make their own presets and sound design. So, and then under the same umbrella of matter is fusion, and this one is again a multi-saturator exciter. It sounds more of like an exciter. It's not like anything crazy like thermal. I do use it in my 808 sound designs, but here I throw it on some hi-hats or open hats, I'm sorry, and this is with it on. This is a tiny bit of the drive. I mean, I could crank it. I just wanted more mids right here. I mean, it breaks it into bands as well. This is without it. Does not have that crunch. Fusion is so subtle. That's the thing. It's just like if I want to get an 808 to just punch a little bit more, or it doesn't have the high end that I want that 808 to have, I'll throw surge onto it, and or the surge is actually my favorite. It's like more of a mid, but I'll throw fusion onto it, and it is absolutely incredible. Again, for the price, I did pick these up on a deal, but these plugins are simply amazing. And then when I go on to my overall drum bus, here we got what I like to do is I like to throw sound toys. What I'll do is I'll throw the Sound Toys effect rack. This is a plugin that it took me so long to finally budge. I'm like, why do I need an effect rack if I have all these plugins myself? I can just throw them in. But once you have them all right here and you can just play with them, just be super creative, I was like, oh, I'm dumb. I definitely should have this plugin. This doesn't make any sense to not have this. And yeah, it turns off a lot of these newer producers because it doesn't have that new interface where it's just like a bunch of LFOs going crazy. It is that analog feel, but I find it very, very useful. And again, I do have this Cyclone version 1 preset bank if you guys are interested. I'm not trying to sell you guys on anything, but these are plugins that I use. These are plugins that I use every day, and I make my own presets to make my sound unique. Going into 2025, I highly encourage you guys to do the same. Create new presets to stand you out from other producers. Have your own sound. So I throw this onto the total drum bus, and I could just I have a drum bus heat right here, a drum bus heat right here. Without. In the mix. And I could just control the total overall mix right here. And just a little bit goes a long way. Go crazy, add some highs. It has an EQ. It's got some delay. I got some crushing distortion. This is actually a compressor, which is insane, but it's so many freaking possibilities to up your music production. And a lot of these on today's list will not crush the bank. These are all plugins that are very, very affordable. And here we go into the overall mix, into this hook right here, verse. Alright guys, that is going to be the video. Hope that I showed you guys some of my favorite effect plugins and instruments. I will be doing more of these videos as time goes on. If you guys could, I greatly appreciate if you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what your favorite plugins are. Let me know if some of these plugins are extremely outdated. Let me know that or anything in the comment section down below. And until next time, peace out.